Today we'll be explaining the importance of keeping a sharp control over your inventory, the overview and fundamentals of Section 3. The main idea of keeping an inventory is to maintain a steady balance of your clinic supplies and products, whether it be needed to keep the clinic running or to supply your customer clientele base. Managing an inventory requires knowledge of what products are very essential to keeping and maximizing the clinic's profitability.
Some of the fundamentals of inventory is to have a good inventory manager and also a second person to take over whenever the inventory manager has an emergency or is just not available. And this second person needs to be able to just go ahead and run the show. They need to already be trained and everything. Distributor and manufacturer phone numbers and account numbers and order history should be readily available. It is also important to have products and drugs arranged by their type, such as tranquilizers, analgesic.
Manufacturers and distributors are a key point to keeping a clinic up and running. For example, some of our manufacturers are Hills and Purina that manufacture and make different foods to give to distributors. Distributors, however, take these products and ship them to different clinics or teaching facilities, for example, like Vet One, where we get our cotton-tipped applicators, and Midline for tongue depressors. Caution should be taken when companies have sales, when distributors have sales, because a lot of time they're just trying to get rid of the product that they have left over. The most important thing to remember is that to only keep something on your shelf for about 3 months. If you cannot sell it, if you buy a product they cannot sell it within 3 months, you shouldn't buy it at all.
About the inventory system. A physical inventory must be taken at the same time the amount is taken off the shelves to make sure everything's accurate. The information that is entered into the computer must be the same that is on the shelf. The important information to enter into the invoice is the date, distributor, the product, and the price. An automated system will pick up on any of the price changes. You must verify this with your operator and then amend the price if clear to do so. 2 methods exist to create and maintain an inventory system. Computer software inventory systems can make the inventory easily accessible and organized automatically. A manual, hard copy method takes more time to maintain but is most always accurate. Without verifying product inventory, incorrect quantities may be ordered. All items must be entered each time they are used for a computerized system to work. Manual inventory systems are time-consuming. However, they are generally quite accurate. A complete review of all products should be made weekly or bi-monthly to create.
It is essential for your clinic to maintain reorder points and quantities. A reorder point is a point your stock level reaches once you get to a certain point in your stock. A lot of clinics use the red flag system. Once they get to a certain amount of a product that they think they're about to run out, they put a post-it or a red flag on the product to warn the other staff members that once they open that bottle or vial that they need to reorder a set. As I said before, a product should not be on a shelf longer than 3 months. If it is, it can decrease your chances in profits made by your clinic, or you can increase your chances of it going expired and being thrown away or wasted.
Inventory location is so that you can store your excess products that aren't being used. Check in when
Just keep going.
It is ideal to have a central inventory location to store all excess inventory products. Check in when they are brought in and received, and check them out when a bottle is needed and used in the pharmacy. New items should be placed behind the old ones, so as to allow for the older items to be sold first. Overcrowding loses items in the clutter.
Some other factors that can compromise your clinic income can be through reorder points and quantities, can be through seasonal products like your flea and tick preventatives, which are more popular during the summer, so you won't need to order as many during the winter. The way a product is packaged, some companies, distributors will only do mass quantities in a box, so you'll have to compromise and see if you can take the loss of not being able to sell the product before it expires. And then the lead time, you have to make sure that you know the time it's going to take for the product to get to you okay, stop that.
No, just keep going.
Okay, the amount of time it takes to receive a product after placing an order, you have to take that into consideration to make sure that you're going to have your products in time and make sure that your shelves aren't empty. the turns per year. Each inventory has a system called the turns per year, and it's the number of time your inventory turns over in a practice. It helps determine your correct reorder quantities and points, and every year it should turn over about 8 to 12 times. The ultimate goal of inventory is to keep your inventory costs between 12 and 15% of overall income. The FDA requires that all drugs are tested and approved to have an expiration date. If your clinic does come across the problem of having an expired product on its shelf, there's many protocols you can take. If a bottle is not open, the distributor or manufacturer can return it at no charge. These return policies should be verified and kept on file for referencing in case you do come across this problem. Expired medications should not be discarded in the trash or flushed down the drain. As the EPA suggests, advises against this improper practice.
Now, in a clinic, one thing you can do to dispose of these without flushing down the toilet or down the drain is if you have pills, you can dissolve them in a small amount of water and then add cat litter to it. And the same thing goes with injectables as well. And the EPA would, I guess, give you a thumbs up for that as opposed to just recklessly throwing it down the drain and into everyone's drinking water.
Or expired products can be submitted to a specific facility.
Returning products to the distributor is often the case in a lot of clinics. These can happen for any reason. It can be damaged, it can be a shipment that wasn't sent, that was wrong with the order, or maybe you just ordered the wrong thing to begin with. Most distributors have no problem at all with taking an order back, although some may include a shipping and restocking fee. Other than that, it shouldn't be much of a problem at all. Just make sure you call them and have a very friendly attitude. You blind hand. Man, if you want me to start freestyle, wait till after I get this done.
Alright.
I gotta get this
We'll
done
put on
first.
some tunes.
That way I can rehearse, get down, motherfucking video and curse. I don't give a damn. It's that TRENC in the VTI land in the Houston. You know I'm standing like a man should. Crushing concrete every time my feet step down. Bro, I'm hard like wood. I go into jail and they call me a woodpecker. White boy standing alone. You know you better respect me.